that really has helped me. It's almost like therapy. It's like it's given me peace, but also it's allowed me to continue this relationship.
It is my joy today to be speaking with Meriem Sakrouhi, the director of MON TAXI, which is such a beautiful, beautiful short film. Thank you so much for the t chance to chat about it. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, this is such a wonderful love letter. Where did it come from?
It was, the film was not planned. It kind of happened as an accident. And truthfully, it came from an impulse that I had of calling my dad after he passed, not realizing that he passed. I had something I wanted to share with him, and I picked up the phone because that's what I usually do. Whenever I go out for a walk alone, or heading somewhere, I would call him to catch up. And I had something to tell him, picked up the phone. I was like, oh, shoot, I can't talk to him. So then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to do it anyways. Um, and I kept doing that for a year and a half, and eventually something clicked. And I turned it into a film using, using the creative outlet, or language, other language I speak, that is film. But yeah, it happened that way. It was not something that I had planned.
Well, it's such a beautiful expression. I love that. Is that this is something that you just kept doing and I mean the closing of the film says to love that extends beyond space and time. Can you talk about that? How for you was it that sharing these, voice notes, phone calls, or voicemails, whatever form they took, how did that keep love alive in your heart and in your mind?
Yeah, and it's something that I realized, that, that love, the fact that love extends beyond space and time is something I only realized through going through this process.
Mm.
I realized that my relationship was continuing with my father. It's different, but it still continues. And being able to, or giving myself permission to pick up the phone and just share whatever I want to share with him, no matter if, it's conventional to do that or not anymore. Um, that really has helped me. It's almost like therapy. It's like it's given me peace, but also it's allowed me to continue this relationship. And I still do. When I got the call from Ben Thompson, the head programmer of short films at Tribeca, right after I called my dad and left a voicemail and told him about, hey, I can't believe this. I was crying, I was emotional. But yeah, it's just about that, about continuing or realizing that you can continue and find ways of continuing the relationship with someone.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I love about this too is that this this really is about everything. This film, there's so many different conversations, like you said there. But this may be an odd way to ask this question. Forgive me if it is, but I was wondering how your relationship with your father affected the way you view the world, because hear conversations about children, about Palestine, about the busyness of New York. It's such a vast spectrum of thoughts.
I think my relationship with my father from, even from before, um, has always affected me and influenced me and my person. He's a very grounded and peaceful and calm person. And I think I've always aspired to be as calm and peaceful as him, which I'm still not there. But I think already that, but also I think going through the experience of um, losing my dad has also opened my eyes into all the beauty in the world that sometimes a lot of people, including myself, we take for granted. And also, not only that, but also a lot of clarity of what's really important. And that was happening, my dad was battling cancer, and while that was happening, I started seeing very clearly what's really important. And to me, what's really important is people and having relationships with people and having a sense of community and sharing things with people. And just the depth of humans in general, So yeah, I think that's something that he's inspired me and he's taught me in many ways throughout life and also throughout losing him.
Well, I mean, that comes across in this film, certainly, of the love of people and humanity and the beauty of it. I would love to hear from you about your own family having seen the film and their response to this because it's such a personal project.
I was happy. I was happy with their response. My initial plan was not showing them my film until the premiere. But then, I was like, that's too much pressure. Let's just show them the film before. Um, and yeah, they reacted in a way that was very positive. There were some tears, there were some hugs shared, and I think they're happy that in a way mm, it's like I'm honoring my dad and I'm continuing or showing my dad to the rest of the world. And I also kind of wanted to get, they're okay from them. My niece is in the film, and I'm talking about them. I'm kind of like giving updates about all my family members to my dad in the film. So it was nice to just, see them react to it and, also be honored to be in the film.
Are there other ways that you've noticed your how similar you are to in your own life now to your father? Because I know we hear I drink my coffee like you. Are
I,
there things you
you
picked
know
up
what?
along the way?
Yeah, I think uh, writing and just leaving little handwritten notes is something that is very much coming from my dad. Um, but yeah, just like this particular obsession of drinking my coffee in a transparent glass. Like, I always used to make fun of my dad, telling him, Dad, but why don't you just use a mug like everyone? And he always in the coffees would be like, Do you have a transparent glass? And it's just so funny that now when I make myself a coffee in the morning, I go and get the transparent glass and pour it there, and it's just hilarious to me. Yeah, so that was important to me to add in the film because it's just these new things that I'm discovering. Um, Other things I already had similarities with my dad in is just my love for walking. Um, like my dad loved walking so much, and in fact, he lived with me for the last on and off for the last 2 years of his life in New York while he was going through treatment, and we walked so much. So a lot of my memories and a lot of the shots of the film were have a lot of meaning for me because I walked those streets with my dad before.
You know, there's such a joy in this film, and such a sadness in moments as well. Just as you were piecing it together, what is it about your relationship with your father that you hope most people would come away from knowing from this film?
Uh, just, I loved my dad, and he was such a warm person and allowed me or gave me the platform to be able to share with him a lot of things unfiltered. Um, I would love for that to come through. And also, because I am from Morocco, and my dad is from Morocco, and there's a lot of like stereotypes, many times untrue stereotypes about male in like Moroccan male. I want to change that. I want to just share a story of this is a male from Morocco, a father from Morocco, and he's so tender and so warm and allowed me to share everything with him. And I would be comfortable telling him everything that's on the film because I was talking to him like I would as well. So yeah, I think that part.
Is there, yeah, like I said, again, it genuinely is such a beautiful film.
Thank
And
you.
not all of that comes across, and all of the what you're saying comes across. Honestly, it is such a special piece. Honestly, Miriam, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. This is a wonderful film, and I hope everyone gets a chance to see it.
Thank you so much, and thank you for taking the time off for watching it. I really, yeah, I'm really happy and appreciate it as well.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity because it is a beautiful love letter to a love that extends beyond space and time, as it says.
Yeah.
Um, Meriem Sakrouhi, the director of MON TAXI, which is at Tribeca.
It's a Tribeca, yeah. Premieres June 7th at 5:30.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Meriem. Bye-bye.